Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do in our chair yoga today is find our feet. And this is one of the first things we do when we're doing standing yoga too. Cutting off the top of my head. Yeah, good. Alright, so finding the bottom of the feet is this kind of interesting process. First thing we're going to do is press the ball mounds of the big toes. That's this part of your foot right here. Press it really firmly into the floor. On both feet. And then, think about that for a second. And then press the ball mounds of the pinky toes, right there, into the mat, into the floor. And find your weight even between those 2 points. And then think about the backs of your heels. And see if you can feel 4 points on each of your feet. Take your toes down onto the ground. I guess maybe you're wearing shoes. If you're wearing shoes, that was probably not a super useful exercise. Tomorrow when you do this, take your shoes off first. And then take your hands to your knees. And we're going to do some seated cat-cows. So I'm turning, but you stay where you are, okay? I'm just turning so you can see what I'm doing. Here comes a cow lift. Roll your shoulder blades down the back. And you're coming into like a back bend. You're sticking your stomach out forward. It's a little bit of a back bend. And then exhale. The spine is going to do the opposite motion. We're curling in cat tuck, sorry. And then inhale up like that. Cow lift. Lift up your chin. Exhale, cat tuck, fold forward. Inhale, cow lift, and this time let's hold our cow lift for a few breaths. And open your heart up towards the ceiling. Tilt your chin up, maybe see if your neck wants to stretch just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. This is the pose we're going for. This is like the basis of our chair yoga. Exhale forward, cat tuck. Inhale back up to a cow lift, and then this time take your hands behind you and grab them and roll your shoulder blades down the back. Take your chin up and out of your chest. And then what we're going to do, I'm just turning again, you were facing the same way the whole time. Take your legs apart like this and come to the edge of your seat. And we're going to bend down in between our legs and take those arms up over our head. That's a big stretch. Inhale up. Take your hands to your heart. Take your feet back to where we had them before, parallel on the ground. Inhale them up. Exhale them to your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale them straight up and then look up at them. Look up and find the ceiling. And then we're going to stretch this top part of the neck. Just feel your jaw jutting forward. Stretching between your Adam's apple and your chin. And then come on down and let's take the left hand. So yesterday I did this and you couldn't totally see what I was doing. So I like to turn in a chair when I do this in chair yoga so that my leg is kind of up against the seat here. And then I like to turn all the way around, grabbing this back of my chair with both hands. Whoa, that is such a big twist. Looking all the way over your right shoulder. Take your eyes and make them go even further to the right, stretching your eye muscles. We're going to work a little bit on eyes today. And now make your eyes go all the way to the left. We're going to pick up this right hand first all the way in the back. And as we turn around, we're going to come back and find our arms stacked like this. At which point we're going to wrap them around each other into these eagle arms. Garudasana. Inhale them up, get into your shoulders. Exhale down. Inhale straight up. Exhale straight down. Inhale up here. I'm going to turn, but you don't turn. Just stay exactly where you are. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Inhale up and see if you can find that back bend that we did a second ago in our cow lift. And then exhale forward. Here's the cat tuck that we just did. Let's do that one more time. Inhale all the way up. We're looking for some sensation in our shoulders. Exhale all the way down. Release your hands, and if you are able, come to the front of your seat. We're going to take our right foot and put it up on our left knee. If you can't do that, just stay with both feet on the floor. And we're going to lean over. Flex this foot. Flex this foot. Keep the knee strong. Keep the calf strong. Lean over and feel it in your right hip. If you have a desk, probably I'm picturing that you're sitting at a desk. You might want to lean on your desk. Just feeling inside that hip. And as we come up, maybe you want to do something like this. Maybe, if you're feeling it, you're holding your leg, the front part of your leg, like a baby. Just working in there. All right, release that. Come back to seated. Take your hands to your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale to your heart. Inhale them up. And now as you're looking up at your hands, take your lower lip and put it above your upper lip, stretching your jaw. And then we're going to turn. If this is something that works for you, if it doesn't, then that's okay. Turn and grab the back of your chair. One way or another, you're finding this twist. We're making our spine really long, we're making our head float like a balloon, and we are turning. Feeling every vertebrae in the spine, facing a different direction now. And now make your eyes go even further to the left. We are stretching the eye muscles when we do that. And then make the eyes go all the way to the right. We're going to turn back around and we're going to pick the back hand up and bring it across the ceiling and down. Elbows stacked on top of each other. Remember this one? So you're going to wrap your hands around, and if they don't reach the front parts of your hands, then just have the backs touching. It's okay. It's not something about stretching the forearms. It's not stretching the hands. We're stretching into the shoulders. You feel that? Inhale it up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And this time, see, you don't have to move, I just moved. See if there's this back bend. Remember that. And then come forward. Come back to your back bend. Come forward. Release your hands. Turn back to center. And now either plant your feet for a forward bend, or we're going to take our left foot, put it on our right knee, and come on forward. Maybe leaning on your desk. One way or another, you're finding the inside of this left hip. The important thing in yoga, whether it's chair yoga or any other kind of yoga, is to focus your mind inside your body. So, not trying to make your body look any certain way, but really trying to feel whatever is there for you to feel. Coming back up, and if you're into it, you can pick up your foot and sort of really get in there. If this doesn't feel good to you, or if it feels crazy and you're like, what are you talking about? I will never do that. then don't worry about it. It's just for people who are like, yeah, I'm totally doing that. Okay, release. Remember when we found our feet on the floor? Let's do that again. That's a big deal in yoga, finding the feet. And then roll your shoulder blades back and down the back. Pick your chin up and out of your chest. Take your hands sort of to your thighs. Take your left ear to your left shoulder. And exhale it forward. Inhale up the other way. Exhale forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale down. Inhale up. Next time your head comes down to center, pick it up gently. No, wait, I changed my mind. I want to do that a little more. So take your left ear to your left shoulder. But instead of rolling it this time, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take left hand and put it gently on your left head. Not your right head, but your left head. And all we're doing, I'm not pulling. I'm just putting my hand here and feeling that little tiny bit of weight get in the side of my neck here. It's about what you can feel. And then release that and exhale your head forward. Inhale up to the other side. Same thing. Take your right hand to your right head. And get in these long muscles here, sides and back of your neck. Pick your head. I should have. Take your head down and then pick it up. Yeah. Now, let's do this. Take your legs apart wide. And find a good spot on your chair for you to come forward. Now, excuse me. As I said before, I'm picturing that you have a desk. I don't have a desk. So, when you come down into your forward bend, you're going to feel it here. You're going to feel it back here. You're going to feel it on your IT bands. Just be with it. Take it to the place where you're like, okay, yep, that's the right place for me. And lose yourself in the pose. That's what we're trying to do. Now, unlike me, you have a desk that you can grab onto, so grab it. Feel some weight. If you don't have a desk, or you're feeling really flexible, then you can come all the way down. This is a big hip stretch. People think you can't do very much yoga from a chair, but you can do a lot. We're really stretching the hips. And not only the hips, but once you get down and allow yourself a little bit, once your hips release, you're going to start to feel your lower back a little bit. Make sure that what you're feeling is good though. You don't want to feel anything bad. And then let's take that's our right elbow. I'm going to call that your left elbow onto your left knee. And then we're going to take this right shoulder and roll it down the back, making a ballet dancer arm here that we're going to look up at. And if it doesn't feel good on your neck looking up, then look down. We're doing a side bend here. If we were standing up, then our back leg, this is just trivia, then our back leg would be out behind us like this, and we would be doing a pose called Parsvakonasana. But as it is, we're on a chair, doing much the same thing. But we're really focusing here on this side body opening. Your ribs, your waist. Good. All right. And then you can put your hands on your desk as we walk our way over to the other side. I think I called this one the right elbow on right knee. Rolling your left shoulder down and back, finding this belly dancer arm. If you want to, you can extend your left leg long on the floor and pretend like you're in Parsvakonasana. Or not. It doesn't matter. Really, we're just going for this feeling down in here. Waist, ribs, all the lymph nodes under here. Now let go. Send new blood to them and clean them out. If you're like me and you have a very flexible shoulder and your tendency is to like overreach, try not to do that. Be really steady. Good. Windmill back up. I want to do a little bit of core work. And so for this core work, we're going to do one of two things. No, we're going to all start in the same place. We're going to all start here in the middle of the chair. And we're going to lift up one leg. Feel your quads working. See if you can lift up both legs. Well, I need to scoot back to my chair. Lift up both feet, right? So you're getting a good look at my feet here. I'm going to separate them a little bit just so you can see my legs, but you guys are straight out in front. So the quads are working. The calves are working, and you're like, if some of you guys are like, I am in a wheelchair, hypothetically, I can't lift up my legs. Well, here's what I want you to feel. In this pose, yes, the quads are working, yes, the calves are working, but the core is really what's holding up the legs. So whether you're in this pose or not, whether you're lifting up your legs or not, feel the core. This is really what I'm wanting you to work. And then, I'm going to take legs down for a second. Check this out. When you hold these core muscles in, like, we go, like flexing right underneath your diaphragm. In yoga, this is called Uddiyana Bandha. It's a very critical yoga move. We're going to use it a lot. We're going to use your transverse abdominis, your rectus abdominis a lot in this next pose that we're going to do. So, let me go back. If you're in a wheelchair, scoot as far forward as you can. And we're going to hold with our abs as we come down and lean backwards, okay? If you're not in a wheelchair, turn to the side. It's a little scary. Get ready. What we're going to do is take our arms out in front of us, and we're going to lean back like we were leaning, like Sarah was leaning back on this chair, but then all of a sudden the back is gone. Where to go? Like that, holding here, right? And then if it works for you, and pick up your legs. And this is Navasana boat pose. And we're still in the chair, but we're working really hard. Core, holding up the whole body. One way or another, I want you to feel your core working here. Don't fall off your chair and break your neck. Good. Come on down. Take your hands to your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale into your heart. Inhale them up. Exhale into your heart. Now let's keep our legs straight and lay our body down into a forward bend. Checking out my time here. Ah, darn it. Okay, so we're out of time. So put your hands on your knees. This is the last thing I want to do with you. You're going to scoot up to your desk, right? I don't have a desk. I'm pretending like I have a desk. And then you're going to lay your elbows down on your desk. How can you see me do this? I'm going to put my elbows on my desk. I'm going to put my hands over my eyes like this. And then I'm going to keep my eyes open and look into my palms. Just looking into the darkness in the palms. Resting your weight on your desk. And what we're doing here, we'll explore this more on future broadcasts. What we're doing here is this is actually an eye exercise. When the eyes are just looking into darkness like this, the muscles of the eyes get a totally unique sensation, and it's really refreshing to them. Your eyes are not closed, they're open, and they're active, they're looking into the dark. get to a point where you feel a change in your eye muscles. Feel something relax. Good, okay. Inhale your arms up over your head. Exhale your hands to your heart. That's our practice. Namaste.